Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, round 9. Today is day 3, and we have this awesome sketch from Laura Rumble. And I decided to go with a holiday looking photograph for this. So I just have these 4 photos of Noah and my daughter, and they're just kind of like snuggly photos. She's standing up holding him, but he's kind of like cuddling her and being silly. And so I thought I would use these 4 down in that bottom right hand corner. And I had this paper that has all of this writing on the back, and I really like this paper. I thought it would be a good paper to do this because it leaves a lot of the paper showing. And that is like these papers that have a lot of text on them. I kind of wanted the text to show. So I did a bunch of layering of the papers underneath my photos. And I kept trying to get that Bella Boulevard paper with all the gifts on it in there. But at the end of the day, it does not make it. I think I wanted it because I wanted kind of like that more of a lime green in there. But I opted not to do it because it just kept conflicting with the other papers. But that's what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of moving things around, thinking, well, maybe if I use a different red, maybe if I put it between 2 reds and not next to another green. But no, it just does not work. So I finally decide I'm not going to use that one with the gifts on it. And I'm going to just go ahead and use the other ones that I have. So I have already got a bit of pink underneath there. And then I decide I'm going to go ahead and do some green. And then I'll do I believe I put the red next, if I remember correctly. And then the striped one. And I think that's the order that they go in. Yeah. I really do end up liking the way that these look. So that black paper, I'm trying to remember where that black paper is from. If that's something that you're interested in, let me know. Most of these papers, though, they are pretty old, so I don't even know that you can get them. And so they may not be available anyway. But this striped paper, I knew I wanted that one in there because I wanted a little bit of the pink represented and a little bit of that gold because I have this title piece that says joy that is in gold, and so I wanted to be able to have a little bit of gold around the whole thing. So now I'm trying to look at the sketch, and I see that those geometric background images are kind of like at an angle. It doesn't look like it's a separate sheet of paper, but it looks like the pattern is at an angle. And so I decided I'm going to just make my background paper at an angle. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off the top and a little bit down the side to kind of make it so that it works well. I don't know why sometimes these angles are so confusing to me. Apparently, I did not do well in geometry in school, but at the end of the day, I got it in there. I think the reason was I didn't want the text to be at a slant, so I couldn't just angle the whole paper and make it, put it where I wanted it and trim the excess off. So I had to kind of be creative and trim out the pieces I didn't want so that the text would still be at the right angles, if that makes any sense. So I did pull in 2 strips of that same paper that was the last paper that I put in the bottom of my stack of layers under my photos. And I really like how that looks. It's just bringing in more of that gold with the pink and the red and greens. And I like it between the black and the white paper. So I think it looks really nice. And it has a nice finished edge to it. So this layout is actually super simple. There's not a whole lot to it. And actually, there's not a whole lot to the sketch either. So there are a lot of ways to take it up a notch, though, like what I'm doing here with some layering. Maybe some stitching could have been achieved as well. I didn't do any myself, but you could have. So I do have this large piece that says joy. It's from Redefined Creative. I've had it in my stash for quite a while. I'm trying to work through a lot of my acrylic. If you've noticed in the last few days I've been trying to use acrylic titles to get them out of my stash, because I do have a subscription to ColorCast, and I get more every month, so I'm trying to kind of keep using them so I don't overwhelm myself. The title that says Joy on the gold, it does pop off the paper. It's really hard to tell on screen, but it does show up well even though there's a bunch of text below it. So you'll see that in the close-ups a little bit better. I am just adding some foam dots underneath to pop it up, because there are so many layers underneath the photos that I needed something to span the difference underneath the word joy, because part of it is up on the photos. I needed to have some support on the part that is not on top of the photos. So I'm just using these really thin little foam pieces, and they're going to do the trick. I don't normally use foam like this, but I did recently get a whole bunch of it from somebody that was getting rid of their scrapbooking stuff. So you might see me using more of these little foam squares for a little while until I use it up. So I figured if it was free and I can use it, I might as well go ahead and do that. So it's a little time consuming to take all the backs off there, but it does work at the end. Okay, so I got that placed, and then I decided to add a couple of tabs again at the top of my photos there, just so I had a little place to do a little bit of writing. These photos are much like yesterday's photos. I don't have a story to back these photos or anything. They're just cute photos of the two of them, and they're it kind of shows their relationship a little bit and the playfulness that they have with each other. So I wanted to go ahead and capture that, and I thought it was fun. And like I said, these were taken just like a couple of days before Christmas, so it's the holiday season, and I thought it was the perfect way to go ahead and document that. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, leave those down below. Don't forget to check out everyone else who's playing along with 30 Days of Sketches. Links are below in my description box, so go and check them out. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.